Most doctors doing primary care skin cancer work are insured by their medical indemnity companies as general practitioners. And most companies have those defined as either procedural or non-procedural. The interesting part is that between the companies in Australia that offer this, they have very different definitions for what they think you should be insured for. So some companies have gone as far as making specific categories for skin cancer doctors. So have a look for those, because often that ends up being cheaper. But the most important part there is make sure you're insured for what you do. I think the simple way of doing that is you write down the types of procedures you do and you ask your company, am I covered for these things? And that's probably on an annual basis. So most medical indemnity contracts are run on an annual basis. And so each time you're renewing your contract, a simple little 10 to 12 point list of what you do, and then asking your insurance company, am I correct that I am covered for these things, is a good way to approach it. The medical indemnity companies are there to help you. They're not your enemy, they're there to help you. Most of them are member-owned funds, and so you effectively own the company, and they want to help you. So if you talk to them, they can give you more help. So please do contact your indemnity companies if you've got questions, if you've got doubts, if you've got concerns about how you should be insured, because they can certainly address those things. If you feel like you're not getting the answer from your company, that's certainly an appropriate time to ask other companies what else is available. If you're getting good service from your existing company, that's all you can ask for. So it's interesting that different medical indemnity companies have different levels of coverage for skin cancer doctors. So I need to declare a conflict of interest that I'm actually on the medical advisory panel for MIGA, and with them I established an appropriate level of insurance specific for skin cancer doctors. So we work together to say, what does a usual skin cancer doctor do who's working full-time in skin cancer medicine? What does a skin cancer doctor do who does part-time skin cancer and part-time general practice? And therefore, what's the right way to insure those people? So companies like MIGA have been very proactive to work out what is the best way to insure skin cancer doctors. It's interesting hearing from the indemnity companies about what goes wrong. And most of it is to do with communication. If you communicate well, it usually averts problems, or when complications occur, it usually can easily to solve those problems. So communication is key. It's difficult because of the circumstance where things haven't happened as you'd like them to happen. It's embarrassing when things go wrong. And so it's difficult to have the conversation when you feel embarrassed, but it's crucial. So communicate, communicate, communicate. Communicate with the indemnity company when something goes wrong. They want to know about it early, because if they know about it early, they can advise you. You won't be the first person to have this thing happen. They've done it before. It might be your first time on this rodeo, but it's not theirs. So they know how to deal with these things. They know how to advise you. They can help you a lot, and they want to help you. If they know about it early, then they can help you earlier. Now, some doctors fear that if they report something, their insurance will go up. That is not the case. The indemnity companies know that the expensive insurance is when things get hidden under the rug. So they don't increase your insurance because you report something. They encourage you to report it because that way they can deal with issues quickly and easily and at a lower cost. If the costs overall are lower, then your insurance is lower. Most of these companies are mutuals, and so the money they're charging you is to cover the cost of insuring and payouts.